If I had $1 billion.
I was about to start singing that exact same song.
Yeah, Bare Naked Ladies. They got it right. What would you do with $1 billion?
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, welcome to another episode of Beyond the Headlines. I'm Eddie.
And I'm Taylor, and we are not winners. And a lot of people are not winners after last night's drawing, but you still have another chance at the Powerball.
You still have another chance. Nobody won on Labor Day. We were laboring on Labor Day, except for Eddie. You weren't here. Not buying Powerball tickets, keeping a secret from us, maybe.
No, I don't. And if I had, I didn't win. So
he revealed this morning on our morning show, if you're watching, that he wouldn't probably tell any of us. He'd just secretly accept the money. But yeah, it's $1.3 billion at this point. There's another drawing tomorrow night. It happens at 10:59 p.m. And I bet you want to know how much you're actually going to take home, right? So it's $589 million in cash if you decide to do that. Mm-hmm. Or you can do another option where they pay it out to you over 30 years and you get different payments each year. And then there's unfortunately a tax, a 24% federal tax. Eddie knows I love to talk about taxes. And then it brings the total to $450 million, which is still a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. I'm curious how many people from Connecticut have won.
And you did ask me that question, Taylor, and I looked it up. Thank you for asking that question. There have been 9 people who have won the Powerball in Connecticut over the last 30 years. And we only joined in the 90s and 92. 92, I believe, is when we joined. So.
And then I think there was someone in Massachusetts who also won pretty recently too, right?
2017, a woman in Massachusetts. Let me get the exact number.
Well, that meant people in this area win. So, our odds are up. That's how I'm going to look at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
They do win. Yeah. Nine people. You know, we talk about the odds. Oh, and now that you mentioned the odds, I should say your odd is 1 in 292.2 million to win the Powerball.
As you said, there's a chance.
There's still a chance.
Yes.
But this woman we were just mentioning from Chicopee, she took home $758.7 million in 2017.
So much.
She was a hospital worker, a mother, and she was like, see you later, guys. I'm taking this money and I'm living my life.
Yeah.
No, apparently doesn't live here.
You know, it's so funny to me is the fascination that, comes with it being $1 billion or right under or over, because $10 million, even after taxes, is a lot of money for someone who doesn't have a lot of money. Yeah. But it's like as soon as it gets to be like 800 million, 900 million, $1 billion. It's this
People
huge
are
talker.
running
I know,
to
which
the
makes
gas
your chances even less, I'm sure. It's insane, but I'm right there with them.
Yeah. And it's fun. It's something for people to get excited about. It's something for all of us to be in on and relate to each other and go to the gas stations. And if you see someone, you say, did you buy your Powerball ticket today? And, everyone has fun with it. That's what it's all about. I know that the chances are so slim, but it's about dreaming and keeping your eye on what could be happening.
We love a good reframe, right?
Yeah.
And there's an unclaimed ticket in Simsbury.
There is, and I want to read that number because someone bought a ticket on Saturday in Simsbury at a gas station called the Pride gas station on Hop Meadow Street. And the winning number, I'm reading it now, here's my Powerball moment, is 3, 18, 22, 27, 33 with a red Powerball of 17. So please.
It's pay. I wish.
It's $1 million. And someone bought that ticket on Saturday.
Actually, I'm curious what happens if it just stays there and no one comes to claim it.
It goes back to the state. Back to the Connecticut lottery system.
I wonder how often that happens.
I don't know. I'd be checking that thing every day.
Yeah.
I know you have some places where you have to, you don't have to say who you are if you win, and then some states where they publicly let people know who won. But I always wonder if there's someone who you find out they won, like watching the news, and if you're just that person who remembers that was the person who bought the ticket right before me. Like, I would feel so upset. It would ruin my life. That would be the story
If there's
forever.
someone out there, please come forward.
Talking about the Powerball ticket again. Tells this story every week.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I was telling Bob yesterday, actually, on the morning show, that I grew up with someone who won the lottery.
What?
Yes. And it was not as big. I think they ended up taking home $1 million. $1 million. That's still a lot of money.
That's a lot.
But it didn't change them. And Bob was saying that a certain number of money or funds would change him. But it did not change this family. And we all found it fascinating.
They just kept going on with the same job, the same lifestyle.
Yes, they upgraded their homes. And, it was a beautiful house, but they stayed in the area. Their kids stayed in the school system. And they were like, oh, yeah, credit to their parents. They did a great job raising them.
I mean, you think about $1 million house in Connecticut.
Well, times
it would go straight to the house.
Quite some time ago when I was back in school.
We don't reveal that.
Got you much farther, but yeah, it's always interesting. And but like you were saying, kind of keeps the dream alive. Like, oh my gosh, if they were able to win, like maybe I could one day.
And it's $2. And I mean, you could spend more money if you want to increase your chances and add on some stuff there. Yeah. What would it change you guys? What would you do?
Oof.
Come to work?
I'd still come to work.
I'd come to work to brag.
Yes, yeah. I don't know how long
and
I'd
then
be
leave.
coming to work. Yeah.
Say goodbye.
See ya.
Yeah, treat everybody to coffee, or maybe a bit of a nicer coffee. But think about how much money you spend on a coffee every day. You can buy a scratch ticket instead.
Us especially, yeah.
Us especially, yes, especially on this shift. But you shared some really interesting sound bites this morning, Julia, from people that we spoke with in the community. Every single one of them was like, I'd give it to a charity. I'd give it to my family. So, there's beautiful people out there.
Yeah, and this one guy, he was mentioning that he's actually doing a fundraiser this weekend for mums for MS. He's selling mums because he's a farmer. And I'm like, we got to get in touch with that man and go to that fundraiser.
We should.
And if he only won, I could imagine what a person like him would do with that money.
I know. Good things, I'm sure.
Hopes and dreams. We're hoping for him or somebody like him.
I'm hoping for me.
I
would love to win.
And I'd like to thank me.
Exactly. Little Niecy Nash. I like that. Oh, we could all dream. But I mean, there's so many things that you can do with that money. So many great things and so many things you could just do, for yourself too. Treat yourself. Yeah. There you go.
Eddie. Wow. Well, listen, we'll keep an eye on it. Julia, you will monitor it. You first were our Swiftie correspondent, and now you're going to become our Powerball correspondent.
PBC, Powerball correspondent.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
NBC Connecticut just launched a new podcast, and what better way to do so than with new furniture? These are the Design Lab accent swivel chairs from Jordan's Furniture, and they're so comfortable for both our hosts, Taylor and Eddie, and of course any guest that's going to be on the podcast. There's no better way to go beyond the headlines than with NBC Connecticut.
Peacock Lounge furniture for Beyond the Headlines is provided by Jordan's Furniture. Not just a store, an experience.
All right, let's get you all to some of your other top stories happening throughout the state today. Firefighters responded to a fire at a vacant home in Hartford this morning. The deputy fire chief tells us the call came in just before 4:30, and he says the home has been vacant for years and is currently under construction. No one got hurt.
You can apply to get help paying for electricity, water, and heat. The Emergency Assistance Program is through Generation Power CT and is for households that make at or below 75% of the state median income. For utility assistance, you have to submit a past due balance and payment history. This year, the group says they can help more than 5,000 families.
And early voting begins today for the primaries. You can cast your ballot early through Sunday. The election for the primary will be held next Tuesday. Polls open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you want to vote in the primaries, you must be registered to a political party. And those are your top stories.
We'll see you next time.
Don't let unexpected weather put a damper on your summer plans. Download the NBC Connecticut app and get the latest conditions from our Storm Tracker weather team. Feels like temps, humidity, and storm chances. It's all there to keep you prepared with the state's most accurate forecast.
Hey, if you want more content like this or news, subscribe and follow us on these platforms.